Moto Guzzi, a brand practically synonymous with the distinct rumble of transverse, air-cooled V-twin engines, is about to pivot in a direction that will undoubtedly ruffle some feathers. Recent spy shots have exposed a new prototype that breaks decades of tradition, housing a liquid-cooled parallel twin engine instead of Mandello's signature power plant. It is a bold, borderline sacrilegious move for the historic Italian marque, signaling an aggressive and calculated play to conquer the fiercely competitive lower displacement market. At the heart of this controversial shift is corporate synergy at its most blatant. The prototype strips away its disguise to reveal the 457cc parallel twin engine, borrowed directly from its stablemate, the Aprilia RS457. Cranking out a respectable 47 horsepower, this power plant is born of Italian engineering but manufactured at Piaggio's mass production facility in India. However, a closer mechanical inspection proves this isn't just an Aprilia in a vintage trench coat. Moto Guzzi engineers have heavily reworked the chassis, swapping out the Aprilia's aggressive aluminum beam frame for a more classic, tubular steel architecture with a bolted-on rear subframe. The suspension geometry has been thoroughly relaxed to offer an upright, commuter-friendly riding position. Interestingly, while it borrows the alloy wheels and radial brakes from the RS457, it discards the central monoshock in favor of an unusual, right-side mounted rear shock absorber, signaling a completely distinct dynamic character. Visually, the prototype plays a clever game of heritage camouflage to appease the faithful. Beneath the testing tape lies a silhouette that screams classic Moto Guzzi, highlighted by a fat-shouldered fuel tank and a chrome-rimmed circular headlight seemingly lifted straight from the V7 Special. Eagle-eyed observers will also spot a V100 Mandello-style taillight and those unmistakable, 3-gill air vents cleverly hidden beneath the seat. Rumor has it that even the internal acoustics of the engine and exhaust are being heavily reworked to mimic the deep, rhythmic thrum of a traditional Guzzi. Predictably, the idea of a Moto Guzzi without its trademark V-twin will have die-hard fans throwing up their hands in horror. But let us inject some journalistic realism into the outrage. Developing a brand new, small-capacity V-twin from scratch would be an R&D suicide mission in today's economic climate. Utilizing Aprilia's proven platform wrapped in a bespoke, heritage-inspired chassis is simply a shrewd, cost-effective compromise to lure in younger, entry-level riders who value style over mechanical orthodoxy. As it stands, the Piaggio Group is playing its cards close to the chest regarding an official timeline, though a concept showcase at EICMA 2026 followed by a global debut in 2027 seems highly probable. When this retro-modern roadster finally hits the showroom floors, it will represent one of the biggest gambles in the brand's modern era.